Hey everybody, this is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for taking a couple of minutes to watch this video. Now, many of you over the last weekend prayed, gave, invested time and served and even attended our retreat in northern Minnesota. And just a little update over the weekend, there were men that made meaningful verbal commitments to live a very different life as men, fathers, husbands, and leaders. So thank you for all your support, and those of you who attended, thanks for joining us. But I want you to know that over the weekend, your prayers and giving and attendance had a kind of a surprise result in my own life. Over the weekend, as I was kind of journaling about what God was doing with me, I realized that maybe God was showing me something that He wanted me to do. And I get leery about this at times, men or leaders or pastors who cast a vision and say they got a vision from God and then tell you that vision and try to get you to buy into it. But that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. But I also realized that there are times when God prompts us to do something and all we need to do is take another step. Because over the weekend, I realized that what I was sitting in front of was God's men and God's mission and God's glory. Because it's always His men and His mission and His glory. That's always what it is. But every once in a while, He looks for someone to take a little step of faith. So that's what I'm doing in this video today. I'm taking a little step of faith to let you know that I really believe that God wants to use me to have at least 3 of these camp experiences over the next year in strategic locations across the U.S. And honestly, I don't even know where those locations are right now, but I believe that God wants me to provide these moments for men so that they can have opportunities to make first-time or renewed commitments and then be sent home as different men, different husbands, and different leaders in our churches and in the world. And so what I'm inviting you to do is I'm inviting you to join me on this journey. I actually don't have a plan right now, and I don't know what God is going to do, but I know that it's going to require men, and it's going to require muscle, and it's going to require prayer, and it's going to require funding. But if we bring these things together, God might do something significant. So if you feel compelled to join me on this journey, remembering they are His men and it's His mission for His glory, then I want you to let me know that today, because over the next few months, I'm going to try to stir this up and see what happens. And if you're interested in not a verbal commitment, a meaningful commitment, then click the link below today and let me know how you want to participate. Maybe you want to participate by inviting guys and you're a men's leader and you want to bring men to something like this. Or maybe you're out there and you're just a prayer warrior and you want to continue to pray for what God is going to do through something like this. Then let me know. Maybe you're someone who can actually give or fund projects like this. I want you to let me know. And when the time is right, after we have let the world hear this message for a while, then we're going to respond to you. And then we're going to try to see what God does through this as we find some places throughout the U.S. to gather men so that we can allow them to have a moment to meet with God so that they can go home changed. And I believe that God wants to do that, because He's always been living out this mission and He's calling upon us as men in this season and time. So let me know that today. I love you so much. Thanks for all the gifts that you've shared. And with that, I'll see you right back here tomorrow for another Devo, so don't miss that as well.